Here's what day 3 on Big Island looked like. We got up at 3:30 to catch the sunrise at Mauna Kea. You typically have to stay at a visitor center for 30 minutes to acclimatize to the thin air, but we were so early the ranger just waved us through. On hindsight, that wasn't such a good idea because halfway up, I started to feel tingly and it got harder to breathe. We made the decision to turn back and I felt bad for making Brandon miss the views at the summit, but I'm sure he'd rather me stay alive. We still caught the sunrise completely above the clouds from a different viewpoint, so I was good. Caffeine was a non-negotiable at this point, so we stopped by Heiko and I got myself a Lily Koi cheesecake matcha and oh my god, it was so good. Rented snorkel gear from Snorkel Bob, which I highly recommend because the process was so easy and you can even make returns on a different island. For lunch, we picked up some poke and decided to have it at Kwa Bay. The weather was kind of gloomy, but thankfully it didn't last too long. The sand here was unbelievably soft and there were sea turtles right at the shoreline. I'm so glad we decided to get some snorkel gear because just look at this. And on to the next beach we go. The drive to Mahaulai Beach was such a bumpy one and you do need a 4-wheel drive to get there. Because of that, it was way less crowded than Kwa Bay. And we just laid there and did absolutely nothing. To cool ourselves off, we popped by a grocery store in search of our latest obsession, these Hawaiian sun drinks, and got distracted by these huge avocado. But anyway, dinner was L&L, which is a Hawaiian fast food chain, and it was pretty yummy actually. Isn't this the most insane sunset you've ever seen? Saving the best for last, we went a giant manta ray snorkeling. I'll be honest, it took me a hot minute to jump into the ocean because I had a pretty traumatic experience in the water as a kid. But I'm so glad I did because they came so close to us and even gave us a little tap. They really are gentle giants and are very interestingly trusting of humans. Hawaii is the only place in the world you can get this close to a manta ray, and I still can't believe we got to experience that. Best end to the day I could have asked for.